What's up, everybody? This is Superstar O here, and in today's video, as you can see by the title and as you can see, this is another video where I'm screen share showing you a new product, and also you should be able to see me hopefully fairly well down in the bottom corner. But this is a very exciting release. This is definitely going to be one of the top releases that we've done so far, as far as just overall quality of the sound and the product and the design and everything, like the UI design. So first off, before we get into it, it's called Mike Kalombo's, I hope I said his name right, Kalombo's, but it's called the Golden Keyz preset bank for Kontakt, and it's by Mike Kalombo and True Urban. And they basically came to me, or actually Mike came to me and was just wanting to see what I thought about the product, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, I'm gonna have this as one of my like secret weapons or whatever for pianos and all types of stuff you can do with it. And then he was like, well, what if you know, you sold it on the site? Do you think your customers would like that? And so we, you know, did some back and forth, and I was like, yeah, like for sure, I already know without a doubt you all are gonna love this thing and want it. So I'm like, yeah, as long as you know, we get everything together as far as graphically and everything, like people are gonna, I already know, you know, the people I sell to on Industry Kids would love it. So definitely proud, definitely happy to bring this to you. I know any of you who pick it up are gonna have a lot of fun with it. So what is it? Basically, if you're looking at the screen right now, you can already see it's a Kontakt 5 preset bank. You need the latest version of Kontakt 5 to run it. I think you need Kontakt 5. I'll double check, and in the kit's description down below, it'll say like which version for sure you need, but I have to double check with the designer to make sure. But just looking at it, you can already see, like, as soon as you open a preset, just like look at the UI, like everything is so detailed and so clean, and it's not just your average, you know, preset bank. You know, it takes a lot of time just to make the average preset bank for Kontakt, even the designs. But this one, you can really look at this and see the time and money that went into it. I mean, and everything you see here, like these knobs and these buttons, they all have functions and they all actually move. And down here, there's even more stuff that you can do. It's crazy. It really is. It's really an amazing product. And I know you guys are probably the people who really know, you know, about Kontakt and Kontakt banks are probably already excited about this just from looking at it, because you know it's about to be something serious if they put this much time and money into the look of it. So what it is a piano preset bank slash like loop type bank. So there's a few piano presets in here you can actually use, which I'll show you, but there's the key of it and the core of this preset bank, and the whole point of it is there's a whole lot of self-played by Mike himself piano loops. And it's like you could make sample sound and beats using this. Like, they're not even really samples, so there's no royalties to be paid. There's no, you know, none of that worries in the samples. But you can turn all of these crazy piano loops and tweak them, use them just as they are, change them up with all these built-in effects, and completely control the sound and change it up in a crazy way and make it sound like just an epic ass sample or an epic slow beat or anything. There's all different types of pianos in here as well, from like bright acoustic pianos to EPs, and, you know, dark groovy, you know, old school type Rhodes, all types of crazy stuff in here. So I'm gonna go through obviously a whole lot of these sounds, show you what they do, you know, show some controls, and just kind of give you a basic tour. It would take forever to show you everything, because it's there's a lot of stuff in here. So if you first go to it, let's click here. You first go to in the Kontakt and you browse to it. You'll see where it says Kontakt Instruments, or actually right here. Actually right here. It'll say, let's go ahead and close out of this. You'll see right here where it says piano presets or the gold keys stuff. So if you go into the piano presets, click instruments, there's 3 of them. Now 3 is not a lot of presets, you know, for pianos, but you really don't need that many piano presets. A piano can only sound so many ways. And like I said, this bank wasn't really for presets. It was actually just for these loops and everything, but it was my idea, and I told them, like, yo, we should throw in at least a few actual presets that they could use as well, just for an extra bonus. So these weren't even here before, so it's definitely a great bonus. They're called the Jupiter, the Classic, and the Ocean. Oh, it's spelled with a K, that's why it confused me. And the Ocean piano. So right now I'm going to open these and kind of give you a demo of them. And as you can see, the UI for these as well is more simple and not as many controls, but just enough that you need. There's a stereo on and off and a knob for how wide you want that stereo to be. There's reverb, the size of the reverb, and the damper of the reverb. So right now I'm going to mute the mic and just kind of play all three of these pianos just so you can hear what the actual presets sound like before we get into the real what the bank is about. Okay, so that's just a few actual piano presets that are included. There's differences. The first one, the Jupiter, is kind of like your more basic bright piano. The Classic has more of like a twang to it, and then this Ocean piano, the last one, has like kind of more of an ambient feel to it. So now if we go back, and then this time we actually go into what the preset or the Kontakt bank was made for. You would click, let me go back so you can know for sure. You click the mic gold right here, and then click Kontakt instruments, and then it's separated in 4 different categories. Everything's probably really small, that's why I'm saying what everything's called, because you probably can't read it on the screen. But there's electric piano, and regular piano. So if you go to electric piano, there's all of these right here are all presets. There's a ton of them, not these folders, but basically from here all the way up to here is presets. And if we go back to regular piano, it's the same thing, a whole ton of them, even more actually. Dang, there's even more here. So let's start off in regular piano, and let's just click the very first one. So each one is going to look like this when it pops up. You have up here just like the UI up here. Nothing's really you know, you can't mess with anything up here. This is just kind of a design look. Of course, these are regular Kontakt controls. But down here you got your transpose, fine tuning. Both of these work. Right here is a reverse button, so if you click that, it'll glow blue and that reverses the loop. This is an effects chain 1, effects chain 2. You could have them both on, one of them on. They all have different effects assigned to them. Right here is the reverb button. Click that over to activate the reverb, and then the reverb's controls like damper, size, color, pre-delay, And the stereo over here, you can turn the stereo off or on, make it mono, make it more wide as well, turn the stereo on and put as wide as it can, and the piano is just going to sound enormous. And also when you play the loop, it actually shows you where, as you can see in that loop, you are at, like from the little line counter. Then if you just click cover, that's just like nothing, that's just a cover design. But if you go to the next thing, slice position editor, you can actually go in here and edit and splice up the loop sample. And as you can see, there is a million different knobs here, and fine-tuning knobs, and the slice point knobs, so you can get really crazy with this to the point where it doesn't even sound like the loop you started with, and nobody can recognize it. They're like, where's that sample from? And it's not a sample though, it's something you just created in here. Then the second one is the effects chain for 1 and 2. So basically when you turn on that effects chain 1 and 2, these are both of those effects. This is effect 1, this is effect 2, and you can come in here and change it up. So it doesn't have to be like if you come in here and you're like, okay, you're like, okay, this is obviously like a lo-fi effect chain, so it's kind of making it sound old school, kind of lo-fi, taking a lot of EQ in it. So if you want to change it up though, you could come in here and completely change that effect to what you want it to do. There's a filter section, phaser, distortion, lo-fi, tape saturation, cutoff, everything is in there, both the same. You have buttons to turn them off or on, and knobs to enhance or decrease the effect of that effect. And then master effects is right here, so it even goes a step further. So if you go here and you turn off all the effects chains, you can also edit everything right here without being an effects chain. You have your basic equalizer, flanger, chorus, delay, and compression. And everything is, as you can see by looking at it, everything is just beautiful. Like this, whoever did the, like, I'm not sure who did the design. I know it was somebody at True Urban, but they have an amazing team over there, and shout outs to whoever designed this, because it's just beautiful. Like, it makes you want to use this all the time. Like, just the nice golden color and all the way everything just looks really professional. And I've went in here and thoroughly used it already, and messed with all the knobs and made sure everything worked before I brought it to you, and everything is just like flawless. It's just it's dope. So now now that you've seen everything, you know kind of what all these sections do and what you can do with them, I'm just going to basically go in here, I'm going to pause the mic, and I'm going to go through a bunch of the presets. I'm going to click, the keys and let you hear them. Also, in every name of the preset, like right here, this is called a classic introduction, 89 BPM. So it tells you the BPM as well of each loop. And you could probably go in there and actually change that if you wanted to, but it's probably best to start beats with this, from the get-go. Start it using this. And also, as you can see down here on the keyboard, there's key switches for everything. I'm only on my 49 key, the new Akai that you all seen me get, so I might not be able to hit all these, but I might just come in here and press them. And also, there's a manual that comes with the kit, like a digital manual pamphlet that explains how to use the key switches, what they do, for those of you who might not know what they are or what they do. But it's basically, a key switch is basically like, while you were playing that loop, you, instead of coming here and turning the FX chain on, you could hit this key right here to activate it. All these red keys are assigned to effects. I'm not sure what the green keys. Oh, I think the green keys are assigned to like reverses, delays, flanges, and random other effects. So you can really make something sound crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic. I'm going to go through a bunch of them. Like I said, you'll see me just clicking things and clicking buttons. I'm going to just randomly change stuff so you can see how dynamically crazy you can get and completely change the loop. I'm also going to hit the reverse button so you can see, that's a really nice feature to be like, well, you'll hear it, to be able to reverse the entire loop. It gives like beats a crazy feel. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and then I'll say a few words before we end the video. That's one more thing I forgot to say. If you see the loop right there, you see how long it is, and you see like if you hit a key, it doesn't actually start at the very beginning, and that's because this whole loop has been chopped up through all these blue keys. So it's actually a long loop, and if you want to use the whole loop, you can just hit each key after each other, but you could also chop it up like a sample. It's already chopped up like a sample, and you can just play each key how you want it. I'm definitely using that one. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but as long as you hold the key down, like I'm holding the key down, the very first key, and the loop will keep playing. But as soon as you let it go, that loop will stop. So, and I was letting you know on the one before this how you could just hold the key, let the loop play like in the hook, and then the verse drops, and you start hitting it like it's an MPC, like chopping it up like it's a sample. That's super fucking dope. And this is just only the regular pianos. I haven't even hit the EPs yet, and I've been skipping like 4 at a time. As you can see, there's just a ton more. There's an insane amount in here. Like, you can literally make beats. You could use this to make beats your entire career, damn near. There's so many loops in here of different styles, and you can go in there and change them up to make them your own. So there's really like no limit to how long this would last you. You know how like a preset bank might only last you so many months because that's like presets, whatever, or a loop pack. When you get like a loop pack, it's got like 5 construction beats. It can only last you so long. You can only use that so many times, or you can only use the loops in there so many times. But you could use the same loop from this. Like, I could take this loop. I just went into electric pianos. I could take whatever this loop is, and I could use it like 10 different times, because I could use it in 10 different ways. I could use it normal how it is, and I just love it how it is. I don't want to change anything. And then later on, if I could make another beat out of it that sounds completely different by transposing it, reversing it. Then after that, let me go into the effects and do all type of crazy stuff. Then after that, the next beat I use it in, I go in here and completely change how it's chopped up and what it sounds like. So you could, it's just endless. Like, this is definitely like an amazing product. I know any of you who pick it up are gonna love it for sure. So now, I know this is a long video, but I really wanted to show you guys it and explore it with you. So we're just diving in here. So I hope you got some popcorn. I won't make it too much longer. I'm gonna go through some of these electric pianos to let you hear what they sound like, and we'll leave it at that. I'm about to make some beats right after I get done with this video. So this thing, that's another thing I'm finding right now that this is going to be good at, is obviously it's already just dope, but like for a lot of people, you know, you run out of ideas. I mean, anybody, you're gonna, no matter what it is you do, you build houses, you make beats, you rap, you make songs, you make video games, you're gonna run out of ideas eventually. Like, every now and then, you know what I mean? You might come to a pause where you're like, damn, I can't think of what I want to make. I can't think of, you know, what kind of track I want to make. I can't think of nothing. You can just dive in here and just randomly find some royalty-free, not sampled shit that sounds amazing and completely, you know, make a beat out of it and just inspires you just like that, and you just make some crazy shit with it. And see, I like how it started right here instead of that beginning part, so I can start it right from there. It's already pre-chopped. I just hit the different key. There is all crazy types of sounds in here, all types of genres, as you can tell. That's really dope. That sounds like it'd be like in an intro of a Led Zeppelin song or something. That's really dope. I fuck with that. And as you can see, a lot of these have effects on them that are making them sound like organs. That's what the green keys do as well. They are pitchers, so it's going to pitch the sample up or down. I know earlier I said it was something else. That's not what it is. And the red keys are the effects keys for the hot keys. I mean, so I've really went through so much. I already know this video's, dang, it's 30 minutes long. That's insane. I didn't mean for this video to be that long, but there's an insane amount of stuff in here. So yeah, I didn't mean for this video to be that long. Apologies, but I'm sure you guys don't mind because you know want me to dive in here and you know explore it obviously, and I wanted to really show you everything it can do. I didn't even get into how you can go down here and completely change everything with the way it sounds and the way it's chopped, selecting the key. It's just, yeah, you can do some crazy stuff in here, but I'll let you guys to explore all that on your own. Head over to industrykits.com if you're not already watching this video on industrykits.com and pick it up. You're not going to be disappointed. You can probably already tell that from the video. You're going to be using this for a long time. And yeah, it's great for so many different things that I said throughout this video. I don't want to make it any longer, so I'm not going to summarize everything here at the end like I usually do because it's already really long. But yeah, I know you guys are going to love it. I know you're going to like it. Shout outs to Mike and shout outs to True Urban, whoever the designer was for this. Well, first off, for Mike, just playing such beautiful keys, and such, just everything is beautiful in here. Like the key work, the instrumentation is amazing. It's gonna make all of you sound like straight up fucking, not that if you're not already a professional, but it's gonna make you sound like a straight up just gospel musician slash just keyboard, you know, I don't even know what legend. So that's, which is a good thing, like for your customers and everybody who wants the beats, and for you is definitely a dope thing. And like I said, you can use them straight like this, hit the keys and chop them up like I was, and make things sound like samples. You're gonna have your customers and your fans saying, yo, what sample is that? And it's not a sample, you know what I mean? It's something royalty free that somebody played, not a sample at all. Go in here, make it your own, make it sound completely different. So even people who do have this, they're probably not going to use the same one you use anyway, because there's a ton of them in here, and I think that's the point of why there's so many in here, is so people don't end up using the same ones. There's so much to choose from, but also you can go in there like I shown you with all the controls and make it sound completely different. So somebody, even me, that I have this and I'm going to be using it, like if you sent me your beat and you used it and you was like, yo, check out this beat, I would, even if I know every preset in here, I probably wouldn't be able to recognize it if you went in there and actually changed everything up and just did something crazy with it. Even if you told me which preset it was, I probably wouldn't be able to tell. That's how much in depth you can go with this thing. So really exciting to bring this to Industry Kits. I know you guys are gonna love it, and just enjoy it. And industrykits.com, like I said, shout outs to everybody. Thank you all for the support. Hit me up on Twitter at SuperstarO if you have any questions, or just email me. I'm sure you know my email. If you have any questions or anything you need to know that I didn't cover, hit me up. Like I said, I think you need the latest version of Kontakt 5, but I will for sure have the 100% exact version you need to use this. And on Industry Kits, if you look down under this video, it'll say, like, you know, instant delivery after purchase or instant download. It'll also say which version exactly you need, so you know you have it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Like I said, apologies for it being so long, but I'm sure most of you rather it be long and I cover a lot instead of just sitting here and saying, hey, it's dope, I'm out, you know what I mean? So I'd rather go real into detail, and especially with a product like this that I truly believe in, and you can just see and admire the work, you know what I mean? Like in the money and time and the work that people put into this. So I can definitely appreciate it, even like down to the details. Like up here, you see the UI, you see like there's an on and off button, input, channel, like a channel meter, some little vents with some wires behind them right here. All of that you can't really mess with, but it just looks like a real instrument, you know what I mean? And down here even, how like right here in the black area, I don't know if you can tell because I'm screen sharing, but once you pick this up, or even if you look at the high def UI screenshot on Industry Kits of it, you'll see like it's like a black leather background behind this. That's not just straight black, and that really gives it that old school piano Rhodes feel of how instruments really look. So it's just in how there's different layers to it, like the bottom and top layers kind of come out more, and that middle effects chain is kind of pushed in. It just all, It's definitely, it's crazy. So as you can tell, I'm excited about it. I'm gonna be making beats with this thing, so I know you guys are, and you guys are gonna love it. So thank you for watching. Apologies again for it being so long. Superstar O, peace.